if you are feeling like you don't know what's coming next in your life, we can call it a lull. Oh, amazing. I love this container that we all hold together, this space. It's a beautiful group of people, and I feel so blessed for it. Make sure that I have everybody in. So, where was I? If anybody is feeling like they're in a lull right now, or they're in this period of their life where they can't figure out what's happening next, right? That, for the most part, is oftentimes by design, okay? By your higher self, by your team, because, and this is what I wrote about in the newsletter, because we go through periods where we actually have to embody the leveling up we are about to take. Okay, so we don't just level. It's not like all of a sudden we've leveled up in our life. And oftentimes there are incremental points that get us to a certain place. But here's what they wanted to say. They wanted to say, they being my team, the guidance that I get, that we are in such an accelerated growth period right now. And I think all of you know that. And what we used to clear, like in one lifetime, we're doing over and over and over and over and over again in this phase that we're in right now, because things really dialed up. I want to say, we talk about the gears of ascension, right? They show me, and this is all like, you're going to speak to other seers and they're going to say something different. And it doesn't mean that any of us are wrong. It just means it's how we're receiving information, because we're all translators. Okay. So we receive information and we translate based on our human experience. And that's why things can kind of sound similar, but a little different, you know? So one of the things they showed me is that around 2016, actually earlier than 2016, we started to go up into gear one. I want to say around 2010, 2011, we started to go into gear one in terms of this ascension process. And then around 2016, we stayed in gear one, but it started to people started to really be aware that there was something happening in the collective. And then in 2020 is that when we went up to gear two, okay? We just went up to gear three. And yes, there's probably 5 gears. Are there 5 gears? There's probably 5 gears to this ascension process. Now, gear three is going to be really, really, really poignant and important, because this is basically kind of the tipping point. This is when we kind of like all usher into one of these 2 main timelines. All right. So we talk, if you guys go to my Instagram page, it's pinned. Remember the backgammon pieces? Because there's a split happening. All right. And I want to just make sure of this one part, which is, there are people who are ascending who don't know they are. They're not using this language. They're not talking this way. They may not, from our human lens, be connected in the ways that we think people need to be connected in order to ascend. This is all soul contracts. We came in here, either we're ascending or we're not, okay? And for those of us who agreed to ascend in this lifetime, that's why it is getting even more intense for us, because it gets more intense the more we resist. Okay. And so what part of us is resisting is our ego. Our ego wants to know things. It wants to stay comfortable, doesn't want to let go of its, the things that we think make us safe and secure. And so here we are in this really pivotal time, and many people right now who are on the ascension path kind of feel like they're in a lull, because they don't know what's coming next in their own specific life, let alone in the collective. But I want to just share, if I can be a personal example. Okay. I was feeling like I was in a lull, and I've been feeling like that for a while now. And what I mean by that is I have been feeling this impulse to do more. Like, my practice is beautiful and I love my practice. I love my one-on-ones. I love this Monday group, but there's something in me that wants to do more, right? And keep some things the same and expand. And I've been feeling like that for a while, but it just hasn't been presenting itself. And some of it was my own stuff of, I can start to shut down when I think about pushing myself out there. So some of that's my stuff, and I've been working on that. But then some of it is just my timing. A lot of it's my timing. And so I kept on feeling this tension within me of, oh, you want to do more, but this is not your right time. Just kind of feel into this. And I am so thankful that I actually started to surrender to that and just enjoy the space that was in my life of just kind of, and when I say space, it's just this idea of just kind of going about things in the same way that I've been going, not shifting too much in my life, because I'm going through such an internal shift. Okay. And then here I am in Asheville, and something big has happened in Asheville. And in probably a day, so I wrote a big email out to people in Asheville, and I had a humongous response, just offering free energy healing, free cranial sacral. And I had a huge response, to a point where I'm like, I can't do this on my own. And I know that there's other practitioners in Asheville who are doing this. And now there's something beautiful birthing. And I'm not seeing it completely right now, but I know that all of a sudden my life has just taken a turn in this way, that I am so thankful that I actually rested, because I am so busy right now, and in so many ways, and also, spiritually and energetically and mentally, I'm so thankful I rested. So I just want to share that all with you. Okay. This idea that when we are kind of going through a still point in our life, that we are preparing for something, and that those who kind of tune into this content, we're probably, most of us, I will say all of us, are tuning into the same radio station, okay? The same frequency. And this desire that you have within you to serve, like wanting to be a part of this shift that's happening, and whatever way that looks like for you, for each of you uniquely, that is happening. Okay. There's no way you don't have that impulse unless there's something within you that wants to be a part of this. All right. So this is the time to just kind of let go and just be in the stillness of whatever is presenting itself in your life, knowing that things are coming. Things are coming. Okay. So with that being said, oh, thank you, Oda. It's for all of us, right? We're all tuning into the same stuff. So with that being said, so we're going to go into the healing now. At some point in the healing, we'll do the heart activation. I'm going to have you, before we go in, bring to your awareness now a simple pleasure, okay? Something that makes you smile. And I always say, make it simple, because if it has too many details, it can have more than just joy in it. So it's just a simple joy. And very small, because if we can start training ourselves to open our heart, activate our heart through a very simple joy, it's a wonderful practice to start understanding that life is just full of little blessings, right? And we can train ourselves to tune into those little blessings. Something like, I'm really grateful right now for this beautiful glass of water, clean water, especially in Asheville, that has fresh lemon in it. So I really feel that in my heart right now. So things like that, that's when we get back to the basics of being You're beautiful, you're grateful for your beautiful doggy. Exactly. So something simple, have that in your awareness, and we're going to bring it into the healing. And then, oh, so I still have not I didn't open October sessions. I still haven't opened November, but I am going to open November. I will say, as I just talked about, I'm doing a lot more volunteer work. So so I'm probably going to have 1.5 days to open a week. But that should be coming soon. I will send that message out soon. Okay. And let's do it. Let's go in. So just take a moment right now, just to shift your awareness. So I wrote a post the other day about edges, okay? About we continuously go through these ego deaths as we expand. And that's very painful. So take a moment right now and just sense where you think your ego edge is right now. And it's just, again, this is not intellectual, it's just sensing. Like, oh, I sense my edges right here. There are no wrong answers. Okay, so just sense where you think your edge is. And this edge is just basically where you are with your perspective. Okay, and your perspective involves your belief systems, your conditioning, your programming, your past life experiences, your early life experiences. So just kind of sense it right now. All right. Just sense where your edge is. So I'm sensing where my edge is. We all have edges. And then what we're doing right now, before we even begin, is we're going to start to run light through that edge, and we're just going to melt it. We're going to melt that edge away so that we can get even more spaciousness in our field. And as we start to melt these edges, you can even feel the awareness of who and what you are, begin to expand as you begin to sense yourself as pure energy, as spirit, as love, as light. There we go. Beautiful. And now let's take some breath. Let's take some conscious breathing. We're going to just do something really simple. I'm going to place my hand on my belly and on my heart. Feel free to join me. And we're just going to take a nice belly breath in, and then we're just going to hold it for a few moments. I'm not going to do the counting. We're just going to do it intuitively. And then we're going to sigh it out. And when you sigh it out, I invite you to just feel your whole body let go. Okay. We're just softening the body, softening the nervous system right now. So let's take a nice belly breath in, breathing in. Hold the breath. And exhale. Feel your body soften as you take a breath in. Hold the breath. And exhale. A few more times. Breathing in. Holding the breath. Exhaling. 2 more times. Breathing in. Hold the breath. And release. Once more. Breathing in. Holding the breath. And letting go. Beautiful. And just stay with your awareness on your breath. We're just going to start moving some beautiful healing light through your mental body, okay? And so your mental body is the 3rd layer in your aura, and I'm just sharing that with you, but there's no need to overthink any of this. Just know that there's some beautiful light coming in easing one layer of your aura that holds your mental body, your mental activity. And we're just calming the thoughts, soothing the thinking mind, the mental activity, bringing it back into balance. And now that light, that beautiful healing light, is moving into your second layer. So right by the mental body is the emotional body. They feed off, they work with one another. So there's no separation really. One is always getting a reaction from the other. And so what we want to do is also with the emotional body, just feel that light come through into your second layer as it starts to soothe the emotional body, bringing the emotional body into balance. So your mental body and your emotional body coming into balance right now as you continue to breathe, as you continue to allow your nervous system to come into a state of rest. Beautiful. And now bringing your awareness all the way down to the bottoms of your feet and just pausing here, becoming aware of the ground. If your feet are on the ground, you can sense your feet touching the ground. And if not, just be aware of the ground as you also become aware of the bottoms of your feet. Remembering that wherever we place our focus, our energy follows. That's why it's so important to know what we are focusing on, where we are mindlessly some days placing our focus, because we also give it our energy. And so as you focus and as you become aware of the bottoms of your feet and the ground, your energy starts to move in. And oftentimes when we're feeling unsafe, unsettled, restless, it's because our spirit, our energy is not fully into our body in our field, okay? So just right now, this is your invitation to bring your spirit fully in, all the way in, into your field, all the way down to the bottoms of your feet, and just breathing here. This is when we become more present. When we're not floating in and out, we're really here, present in our body, present in our field. I often talk about turning on the lights at home. This is what we're doing. We're becoming more present at home. The more present we become, the greater our light becomes. The brighter our light becomes, the less room there is for anything else. It's as simple as that. And so right now, as you become more present in your body and your field, I can sense right now, I can feel it amongst all of us, our light is starting to get brighter. Okay, our inner light. This is your presence. This is you present. Who you are, what you are when you are present is light, is divine light, is unconditional love. All those layers of other things are just conditioning and programs. That's it. But who you are foundationally underneath all of that is love, is light, is divine. And so as you feel this inner light brighten, you may sense some energy starting to clear out. And so I am sensing for many of us, I'm seeing a clearing happening on both our left and right side of our field. And so this is a way to just to let yourself, allow yourself, give yourself permission to let go right now. I give myself permission to let go. Why do we have to give ourselves permission? Because oftentimes there are parts of us that want to hold on to the past, even if the past causes us to suffer. That's how much we want to stay comfortably in the known. But right now, give yourself permission to let go of what no longer is for you. You've grown, you've expanded beyond these limitations. And the only thing they're asking for you, and they being you, your higher self, your team, is for you to give yourself permission to move past your self-imposed limitations. And just feel the expansion that happens when you say, I just let go of these limitations that I placed on myself long ago. And it was in an effort to take care of myself. And so I honor that, but I no longer need that because those limitations are keeping me small, keeping me inflexible, and I want to move beyond that. And so just feeling yourself just let that go. Beautiful. And let's bring your awareness to your heart space. Let's talk about the power of your awareness. When our awareness is not polluted by thought, okay, it's just pure awareness, that is pure light. When I say become awareness, that is you becoming your light. And so if your thoughts come in right now to pull you in, just notice, become aware of the thought and let it float away. And do whatever works for you to come back into this present moment, whether it's just breathing and focusing on your breath, whatever it may be, noticing a part of your body, your feet, the ground. And so as you become pure awareness right now, you become pure light and you bring that awareness to your heart. And that starts to activate the heart. Because remember, the heart just needs you to be present with it. That's what we mean when we drop in. We're bringing the gift of our presence to our heart space, which allows the heart within your presence to begin to magnify, to begin to radiate. And so you can even feel that heart begin to open. And at this moment, I invite you to bring to your awareness that simple joy that we talked about earlier. Just bring that to your awareness. Hold that in your heart. I'm also going to bring up my puppy too. I'm just going to feel that awareness of my puppy in my heart, whatever it is for you. Just hold it preciously, tenderly in the heart space, and just breathe it in as you feel that gratitude, that blessing, that joy. As we start to condition ourselves, train ourselves to be open to the simple joys of life, the simple blessings. Because there are so many throughout the day. Hundreds and thousands of blessings that move through our day. And so often we're so distracted, we miss them. So just feeling that joy, that blessing in your heart right now. As you breathe and as we bring through an attunement, as you feel that circle of light around you, your spirit team, your angels, as this angelic attunement comes through, beautifully, harmoniously, moving through your entire field, combing through every layer, moving through every chakra, moving you into balance within, moving you into harmony within, clearing away any separation, any fragmentation, any distortion, clearing it away as you move deeper into wholeness, the truth of who you are and what you are, which is light, which is love, and feeling that. And just taking a moment right now to send yourself love. And you can do that by feeling your heart space just blanket you in this beautiful energy of love. We talk about being more loving with ourselves, but what does that even mean? I think it means becoming love and offering it to ourselves, feeling the light within ourselves and offering it to us, feeling it in our bodies, feeling it all around us. And now let's do the peacock feather, fanning out your peacock wings, which is just you expanding your field, feeling that all around you, feeling your energy, your light, feel it in your body, feel it to the left of you, feel it to the right of you, feel it behind you, in front of you, feel it above you, feel it below you, and just breathe in this that is you. As we bring this attunement into your home, wherever you may be, whatever home may look like, whatever your personal environment is, you can just fill it up with this beautiful attunement that's coming through, this beautiful angelic light, clearing away any density, any heaviness. And then coming back to your breath. And let's take a moment to feel the peace within us and the love. When we think about what we want our life to look like a year from now, well, it has everything to do with how we're feeling in our inner world. So if you want more peace and more love in your life, bring that to life within you. Bring that alive within you. And so just hold that peace, that love. And the more you awaken that within you, the more the universe has no choice but to bring that into your outer world. And then let's place a nice, beautiful shield around our aura, shields up. And let's place that shield around our home as well. And we're just going to do something a little different today. Instead of sending the world peace, let's feel within ourselves the peace that we want to infuse into the world. Just feel it within you. Become the peace you want to see in the world. Become it. Become the balance and the harmony you want to see in the world. Become it. And so it is. And so it is.